Okay, looks stable enough. Well, welcome! Let's load up the game. This is why I accidentally load up Reverie while not paying attention. So, yeah, welcome to Pokemon Legands Arceus. Now, obviously, I have played... I've played part of the game before. Let's just clarify this. I've played part of the game before. Most likely in 2022. I don't remember too much. I know I definitely went to a more grassy area. I definitely went to a more of a marshy area. That's about it, really. And yes, I do have a shiny Infernape, but on my brother's Switch. Which means I should utilise Pokemon Home one day. I understand my stupidity, but still. That's what I get for not having access to it most of the time. Anyway. English. We're not going to try speaking other languages. Whenever you see now saving on the screen, your progress is being automatically saved. You can disable the autosave in the settings if you're truly, truly mad. The light blinds a little bit. It's not pure white this time. And that's a good thing. Welcome to my realm, located beyond both time and space. It is well that thou art here. Oh God, I've been kidnapped by Urion J. No, no. I am which humans call Arceus. Or however else you're meant to pronounce it. Correct me in the comments below, if need be. Now, I wish to know thy appearance. Look in Shining Pearl, that one. Okay, just trying to remember off the top of my head. What is thy name? Our name is Chris. Since we're sensible human beings, I would hope. Well, pardon me. Chris. Soon thou shalt find thyself in a world strange to thee. A world inhabited by wondrous creatures that humans call Pokemon. Oh, fancy that. Chris. I'm slowly descending into going Hogan, and the Dungeon of Doom just attacked me. Seek out all Pokemon, and thou shalt find me once more. Okay. No reason for what's happening here. After our humiliating defeat to Cynthia and Shining Pearl, go watch that playthrough. Later, not now, watch this. We were just minding our own business. My phone! No! How am I meant to watch TikToks now? It is I, God. You've been a sinner. I see that Cynthia porn on your phone. Don't worry, I'm deleting it. But thankfully, at least you chose an adult human trainer. So I won't send you to hell. I'll send you back in time instead. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Okay, I'm having a little bit of fun. As per usual, but no. Wake up! Insert the rest of the lyrics to Chop Suey here. Wake up. Oh, do wake up, won't you? I've turned into a Pokemon. No, it's Mystery Dungeon all over again. Wait, I'm smaller than all these. No, I'm a Rattata. My worst fears have come true. Well, actually, Hyperfang's such a not bad move. Are you alive, my boy? Hey, it's Professor LaFenton. Oh, sorry, we don't know that yet. My bad, I'm jumping the gun. But that's definitely a Cyndaquil, a Rowlet, and an Oshawott on the ground alongside us. It gave me quite the shock falling from the sky like that. But thank goodness, you seem unharmed. Yay, we managed to survive falling to our deaths. Who are you? Well, I'd like to ask you the same. I mean, you fell out of the sky! You understand? Come now, who in the world does that? People who've forgotten that there's no such things as airships yet? I don't know. Well, there certainly ain't a trail in the sky, to say the least. I must say, your clothing is unusual. You wouldn't happen to have an acquaintance in these parts, would you? I doubt it. I see. You seem to be in a bit of a pickle. Might I offer you some directions? Do you have somewhere around here you could stay? I don't know. So you don't know anyone here? You don't even know where to spend the night? Well, this is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive? Somehow, I guess. What are we to do with you, young boy? I see. Well, no gentleman would abandon a person in such need. Woo! From Plish Splash. Oh my, I'd completely forgotten. I just caught up to these 3 runaway Pokemon when you tumbled out of the sky. It's almost as if they knew you'd appear here. Ah, but do you even know what a Pokemon is? Of course I do. My, that's a relief. Though you fell from the sky, it seems we have some common ground, hey? Yes, well, these 3 Pokemon belong to me, mysterious creatures that they are. Oh yes, and what might your name be? Aho! So you're called Chris. That name has quite the ring to it. Imagine it must have some lovely meaning. My parents really liked Winnie the Pooh back in the 90s? I don't know. I have no idea what the reasoning was to call me Chris. But regardless. Oh, but I do apologise. I haven't even introduced myself. My name is LaFenton. I am something of a Pokemon professor. Now you see, he's something of a Pokemon professor himself. Okay, well, trying to do jokes aside, that is to say, I'm a scholar seeking to deepen our understanding of Pokemon. Yes. Yes, Pokemon such as these 3 here. And they've gone running off. Oh, blast and bother! My darling Pokemon! Why must you run from me again? I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you could help me round them up? I beg you. Wait, you 3! Wait! Well, that was something. Anyways, we're on a beach. We woke up on sand. That's probably never a good thing. And more importantly, the game's telling us how to dash. Pardon me. There's a glowing, beeping object just over there. I wonder what it is. Pardon me. You found something that resembles a phone! Yay! It's probably your phone, but it's changed shape. You feel a strange power emanating from it. A message appeared on the screen. I bestow upon thee this Arc phone, and thy mission. Seek out all Pokemon. Ah, crap. Arceus actually wants us to complete the Pokédex for once. No, we're screwed. Okay, that's a joke. But yes, we'll talk more about the gameplay when we actually get to it. For now... Hey, LaFenton, how's it going with the Pokemon? He looks all sad. Alas, yet another miss. Oh, that's a shame. Aha! I'm glad you've come to my rescue, my new friend from the sky. I tried catching my little runaways by tossing some Pokeballs their way, but I'm not the best at this sort of thing, you see. Alright, fair enough. I'd love to give you a go at it, but perhaps I should tell you a bit about these 3 first. Okay, yeah. Now, that one is Rowlet. Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant, and apparently it battles using its sharp feathers. Hence its grass flying typing. I like how they know where the camera is. That one over there is Cyndaquil. We do not talk about what people try to do with the misinformation of Typhlosion here. The fire burning on Cyndaquil's back will flare up whenever it's surprised or irate. It's Cyndaquil, that's cute. I bet they're all cute. They're all silly little guys, as per usual when it comes to starters. A bit of a reusing of old generation starters, but that's kind of neat actually. The Pokemon near the pond is Oshawott. Look at this little Oshawott. Oshawott naps while floating on the water, and it can battle using the shell-like object on its belly. Splish splash. Oh my, I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing, how to go about catching Pokemon. Oh, Lefenton, you idiot. Here you are, my boy, Pokeballs. Throw these at Pokemon to catch them. We attained 50. Thank you, Generation 9, or Generation 8. I forget whether this came out before or after Scarlet and Violet. I don't think it matters too much though, to be honest. Point is though, 50 Pokeballs. Ah, thank you, I'll take it. Ah, but that won't do for an explanation though, will it? I do apologise. Let me be more thorough. Now I mentioned already that Pokemon are strange, marvellous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to a minuscule size. And that's where Pokeballs come in. Pokeballs are a recent invention, you see. Throw one of them in at a Pokemon and, why, the Pokemon will shrink down and fit inside the ball. Comfy as can be. Or so you say. And with that, you've caught a Pokemon. Now, we actually, if you did play Scarlet and Violet, you actually would see on one of the boards. They're not exactly blackboards, are they? Or whiteboard for that matter. You can actually see a picture of the Fenton and like the early Pokeball design that he made, or at least people of the time made. So that's a cool little like reference, callback Easter egg to Legands Arceus. It's in one of the classrooms. I forget which one though. I know we've just met, but I'm afraid I've no one else to turn to. I'd be awfully grateful if you could catch my free runaways. Now the proper technique is to take aim at a Pokemon, then let the ball fly. It's quite simple. Though far be it from me to say so, I suppose, given my own dire lack of skill in this area. Throwing Pokeballs. Pokemon can be caught by throwing Pokeballs at them. How lovely. You hold down the CR button to raid the Pokeball, take aim, and you can keep moving around as you do. So use the right stick to adjust your angle and aim carefully at your target Pokemon. Releasing the ZR button to throw the ball. If it hits a Pokemon, you may catch it. Woo! If you've ready a Pokeball but do not want to throw it, press the B button. Alright. So as we can see, that's an Oshawott, and we throw a ball at the Oshawott. And it catches! Yippee! Oh, wonderful! You've caught a Pokemon! It seems you've quite the knack for this Pokemon catching business, Chris. Jolly useful skill to have around here. Only 2 of my darling runaways left now. Still, this is most unusual. You don't seem fearful of Pokemon in the slightest. Why would I be scared of Pokemon? Oh, well, actually, you know what? Considering the amount of Pokédex entries where it's like, this Pokemon easily murders you in your sleep. And it's just like, huh, why do we trust them again? I can hardly believe it, Chris. Incredible. You know, many people fear to even approach Pokemon. Never mind catch them. Bravo, indeed. Just one more go. Let's wrap this up sharpish, shall we? Yeah, just 100% catch rate. Let's go. And now for you, Cyndaquil. Hit it in the head with a Pokeball. No, it broke free! Cyndaquil, you bastard. Ah, yes, I'm afraid that can happen. Pokeballs are hardly 100% foolproof. Give it another go, old boy. Use one again. There we go. We did it. We caught the Cyndaquil finally. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, what a relief to have them all back. You see, the 3 Pokemon you caught have only just arrived at the village to help with our research. They won't yet listen to anyone. Oh, that's unfortunate. As I mentioned before, they bolted from the village and was as if they knew you to come falling. But I must say, Chris, I was taken aback by how well you use Pokeballs. How is it that you catch Pokemon so ably when you only just arrived here? One can't help but think there's a reason you appeared here and now. Maybe God sent me. I have this. Seek out all Pokemon. An object is an art phone, you say. What an odd device. Could it be guiding you somehow? If you'll indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. You see, I have a dream to compile this region's first complete record of its Pokemon. A Pokédex, if you will. Here in the field calls such a catalogue a Pokédex. Yay! Yes, a proper Pokédex is a wonderful work of research containing detailed records of all the Pokemon to be found in a region. Oh, lovely stuff that might be. But in order to properly document Pokemon, one must of course catch them. See, that's always that flaw. And therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented, and not many have mastered the skill of using them. And to you, a person with a clear talent for catching Pokemon. Your goal is to seek out every Pokemon, and mine is to have all those Pokemon caught. A situation ripe for teamwork, don't you agree? Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out, my boy? Well, you've convinced me. Sure, I'll just happily agree to work with any weird adult. I'm a dumbass kid. Well, whoever and from wherever you may be, I welcome you with open arms. Leventon, stop being too crom right now. That's a reference to Fire Emblem. We have a Pokédex to complete. First things first, let's get these Pokemon back to the village. Then we'll sort out your lodgings and find you some proper clothes and a meal and all that. Follow me then onward to Jubilife Village. We truly are far in the past. Pokeballs have only just been invented. Early forms of the Pokédex. Giant portal thing up in the sky that clearly is quite ominous. Yep. Welcome to the past. Sinnoh's past. Damn time travelling. Thank you for your tireless work, keeping us safe, my good guardsman. This young man was of great assistance to me and my Pokemon, so I hope you'll forgive my bringing him into the village for a bit. It's a good thing we didn't stumble our way here without Leventon then. Ugh, pardon me. By God, everything here is made out of wood and paper. That's a terrible actually, no, hang on, that was something made out of brick. Even the Pokemon world understands the quality of making a good brick building every now and again. This way, if you please. Jubilife Village. It's come a long way thanks to the fine people of the Galaxy Exploration Team. This road one now is known to the locals as Canala Avenue. Where you come from? The village was built scarcely 2 years ago. There's much to do, yet not many to do it. And since we know so little of the local Pokemon, people hesitate to set out for outside the village. Now that impressive building up ahead of us is Galaxy Hall, headquarters for this entire outfit. Oh, botheration! I'd almost forgotten. I need to go and report that we successfully recovered the escaped Pokemon. Might I ask you to wait for me at the canteen? Yo, it's been a while. Hey, Cammy Doodles. It's just past this bridge here. Then to the left. The Wallflower, it's called. Simple name, as per usual. And our phone is ringing. Somehow, it seems to show where you need to go next. We have a map. Certainly a devilish thing to have in this time period. This person's got a map. Burn them at the stake. We can use the mouse button to view the map on our phone and then consult it for guidance to our next destination and information on our various missions and requests. So our main stuff and our side things. Lovely. We can always see guidance markers when we're out exploring or running around the village. If we're not sure where to go next, stop and look around in all directions to try and spot one of these markers. Then head for it. Because at the end of the day, this is still a Pokemon game, and Game Freak would kind of like children to be able to play this without having too many issues. Well, anyway, might as well just be a random stranger, and it's more likely the phone they'll burn him for. Oh yeah, probably. Hey guys, look what I've got here! Witchcraft! Well now, aren't you awfully suspicious? You look like someone that would foolishly take 2 ground types to the Elite Four. The wallflowers for Galaxy Team folk only. We don't have seat for outsiders. Move along. Damn it, I'm a gaijin. Oh well, time to be a top hill in a wrestling federation then, I guess. Man, whatever happened to New Japan? Oh wait, I know what happened. It got bloody raided by stupid AEW. That's what happened. Wrestling. Anyway, who are you? I never seen anyone dressed like you are. Does no one here know what a t-shirt is? I feel like they'll burn my t-shirt off. What if you were attacked by a Pokemon? You'd be mincemeat in those flimsy clothes. If the guard let you through, not though. You must have ties with somebody in the village. Yeah. Perhaps you've met Professor LaFenton? He's a scholar from a faraway place. His Pokemon do get away from him at times, though. Makes me a bit worried for him. Fair enough. I suppose I'm hardly one to talk. I've had some trouble with Pokemon myself. Don't expect you to remember me, but I sure do remember you. Find the characters or the stream? As in me. And it's like, yeah, I do remember. I do recognise names sometimes when they crop back up. It's a sign that my vacation in Ferelden was a bad idea. Or not, you never know, actually. I was hit by a Pokemon move called Thundershock not long ago and had to take to my bed. By God, the first case of almost dying to electrocution. We should jot that one down. But the Professor, well, I do wonder how long he'll last. Pardon me, down my throat a little bit. I was there when you beat the main story of Scarlet, yep. Yeah, I remember. There were a few people that day. Unfortunately, it's just as Akari says. I'm a clumsy sort of fellow, to put it mildly. Indeed, we also battled. I think we did. I can double check the stream VOD though. So, yeah. Fortunately, it's just as Akari. I just said that. I'm getting distracted. Professor! But everything will be quite alright now. Chris has agreed to help us with our Pokédex. Just the immediate really? Excuse me? You plan to appoint him to the Survey Corps? You can't just slap a badge on whoever you like without Captain Silene's permission? I hope that's the correct pronunciation. I question sometimes. I allow it. Captain Silene! Assuming the individual can contribute to the Survey Corps, that is. There's always a catch. I'm the captain of the Galaxy Team's Survey Corps. You may call me Silene. Professor LaFenton has told me how you helped secure his Pokemon when they slipped his control, and now it seems he would like us to feed and house you in exchange for your ongoing labour. Woo! Forced into indebted servitude. Maybe Fenris had a point in Dragon Age 2. You look to be 15 or so. No! Stop de-aging me, Game Freak! Quite old enough to work for your keep. But we can't simply take a stranger who wanders in among us. That's that thing. Without any idea of their skills or origins. Tomorrow we shall see if you can prove yourself worthy. Oh ho! A most reasonable decision, Captain. Now, would you care to join us for a meal? I'm sure you've got plenty of questions for our visitor. No, that's quite alright. I prefer to eat alone, so I might appreciate my meals without distraction. Talking is only too distracting, it would seem. Oh, pardon me. Aloof as always, I see. Well, no matter. The rest of us can share a meal and some pleasant conversation then, eh? Benny, old chum, the usual potato mochi, if you please. But make it for free today! Wonderful stuff, Benny. Much obliged. Your potato mochi never failed to please. What is a mochi? I know potato. I can't believe it. They have already caused the potato famine in the version of Ireland. They stopped the gallows from doing it, though. Professor LaFenton, where exactly did you meet our visitor here? Ah, well, you know that great hole in the sky, the one people call the space-time rift? Our new friend fell right out of it. We're going back in time. You can't be serious. Come now. I am a scientist. Can he stop blinding me with science then? My job is to observe and explain any and all phenomena. I concern myself with only the facts. Now, you already know there are many Pokemon here in the Hisui region. That there are. In the grass, in forests, by water, or wherever they like. Damn Pokemon. They love to definitely ambush us from behind a rock. Our job as the Survey Corps is to research them and find out what kind of creatures they are. Well, we know this much. Pokemon are terrifying creatures. It's all but impossible to know what kinds of powers they might possess, or what sorts of wondrous things they can do. But that's where Chris will come in. He successfully caught 3 Pokemon, 3 of them in quick order. You understand? Nobody in the Galaxy team is capable of a feat such as that. This means that we can finally begin our Pokemon research in earnest. 3! We've had hard enough time catching even one when wild Pokemon come after us. Well, to be perfectly fair, the Pokemon that fled to the beach weren't on the attack. But the key to catching Pokemon is getting close enough to aim your Pokeball well. And it seems our new friend here is fearless enough to do just that. Does the Survey Corps really have the leeway to be enjoying a leisurely meal with this outsider? Your captain just ordered 10 whole portions of potato mochi, you know. The slow progress on that Pokédex of yours clearly has her on edge. Oh god, she's trying to get herself drunk off of potatoes. I'm sure we'll start to rein in the good captain's stress eating soon enough. Now, have your fill, Chris. And think, if you make it into the Galaxy team, you'll never to have to worry about another meal ever again. Words. The team provides for all its members' needs, even if said members fell out of the sky. How lovely. So who's the protagonist's ancestor in this game? Kari? Why? Because it's more likely they are the ancestors of the counterpart or Dawn/Lucas, because the protagonist is obviously Dawn/Lucas. I did read online one person's theory that it's like they are in a endless time loop essentially, where because of getting sent to the past, it means that they end up being the start point of their family tree. So like they are essentially their own great grandparent kind of thing. I know, because I swear I saw someone on Reddit once, and I know someone immediately then commented, oh, so like 5 from Futurama becoming his own grandfather. And it's like, yeah, because time travel is a stupid thing to mess around with. So, I don't know. Could be something like that. Could be something like that. Might have actually been to do with Ingo instead. I don't know. I don't remember fully. It might have been a while since I've seen a post like that. But it could be that. It could, I don't know. Could just be. But then again, there's quite a few characters in this that are based off of characters we know and love from Gen 4. So, as an overall, just I don't know fully kind of thing. That was quite delicious indeed. Lots of potatoes. Truly, we must be an island. Then how did they exist in the future in the first timeline? And also, how would they become themselves? It's confusing, honestly. May I just answer with this? Time travel. When you want something to not be convoluted, what you don't do is introduce time travel. Case in point, Kingdom Hearts. They should never have done that. Anyways. Yes, the food was lovely, but more importantly, you do remember that Chris has a trial to pass to join the Survey Corps, don't you? Oh, not to worry, I have complete confidence in Chris's skills. Let's hope it is not misplaced. Chris, was it? For tonight at least, we will provide you with a place to sleep. You may use our quarters there. Somewhere in that direction will be where we sleep. But if you fail to pass the trial, we'll put to you tomorrow. You must move on. You'll be expelled from the village to meet your fate, and perhaps your death in the wilds. No, not death. I hate dying. Captain Silene somewhat like Kasui, in that they're both quite harsh. Now, she simply puts on a stern front to help keep us all safe. At any rate, I think it's time we turn in for the night, eh? It's a good thing one can't fall out of the futons we sleep in here. I imagine our new friend has enough falling for one day. I want to play this game again. That's exactly why I'm doing this playthrough, because I want to play the game, actually play it more than what little I actually did play of it, and, you know, hype myself up for Legend CA when it comes out next year. Don't know when next year. If it comes out while I'm in the middle of an Inquisition playthrough, I'm going to start slapping myself silly, but regardless. And with that, I bid you both a good night. Alright, see you, Lefenton. Yes, good night. Obviously, various people are not going to be trusting of us too quickly. A rift in the sky, people falling from it. The world is full of mysteries. In an unfamiliar land, head to the Survey Corps quarters you've been assigned, which is this here. But anyway, yeah. Behold, the map! This is Jubilife Village. I guess you could kind of see how this would be similar to Jubilife City in a way. Although this would be more... Although I'm not too sure. Then again, it could be so many thousands of years into the past that things like erosion and other geology-esque stuff has yet to happen. Me trying to remember, because I have proved that I should not have gotten such a low grade back in GCSE Geography. Seriously, how the fuck did I screw that all up years ago? Behold! A house. It's got stuff in it. Checking survey tips. Survey tips contains all sorts of useful information to help you carry out your survey work in the Husui region. To read them at any time, simply press the up button to open the menu and then go to the help screen. Handy tips for team members. Don't wish your toils to be forgotten? Diligent record keeping will save you from such a fate. We can now save our progress. By pressing the up button to open the menu, scroll with the ZR or ZR buttons until we reach the save screen. There is also the autosave function you can use to have your progress saved automatically. We can enable or disable autosave by scrolling to the help screen in the menu, then selecting settings. That's right, we can disable the autosave, and then curse ourselves out when we screw up. I guess we should at least take a look around here. Some fruit and sandals hanging up there. Sand, which we auto put shoes on the moment we go down. A chest. Imagine CA is about Hooper and how it got sealed. Almost impossibly unlikely, but a fun thought. That's a neat idea. I'm assuming some point next year probably in a Pokemon Pacific Direct, we'll probably get more info. Nearer to the Switch 2's launch, because that seems to be the direction they're going, is that a lot of the big stuff that's not coming out earlier on in 2025 may just end up being like a bunch of launch stuff for the Switch 2, which means the Switch 2 is probably going to have a good launch in terms of games. I'm not going to say anything about the console, how good the console might be. You never know. You will never know. Bidoof and Bebo. But it would appear that a thing occurs. Giant lightning striking a tree. Well, it was the biggest tree of them all. Okay, I do know what's occurring there, but on the next day, Good morning, Chris. Are you up? Quite some lightning last night, wasn't it? Akari, wait. I haven't put my shorts on. What the hell are shorts? Oh my god. Today's the day of your trial, so let's give it our all. Oh yeah, no, we take our sandals off. We don't have shoes. Ah, we're barefooted. Alright, anywho, leaving the house. I guess you could call it a house. It's just a couple of planks of wood. What lovely weather we've got. Now, this does tend to happen after a storm. I should know, I had to go through one. I hope you had a nice sleep, even if this land is strange and new to you. Let's get to the headquarters. Captain Silene is waiting. It's definitely about Zygarde, but Hooper should be a side quest. Oh, definitely. Oh, 100%. Because there should be. If it's going to be the full Kalos Dex, there should be for Canyon as well. Even as a side quest. Which, because there are times when Pokemon, for whatever reason, Game Freak just don't release a Pokemon in the generation that they are created in the Dex of. It is weird. But, what can you do? The Survey Corps offices are here on the first floor. Don't give up. Keep those eyes open. The wild Pokemon, they were everywhere, attacking from all sides. I sent out my partner Pokemon, but against the whole pack, outnumbered. This is what happens when you go so far afield. But the Medical Corps will put you to rights. Hooper has lore, so I want a good one that shows it. Indeed. That man's with the security corps, and even with his own partner, he took a beating from wild Pokemon. Without a partner Pokemon of your own, you might find this trial particularly trying. Oh, my eye has watered up. That's lovely. It's the kind of cold now where if my eye waters up, I'm going to be screwed. Captain Silene, Chris is here. That is a lot of paperwork. You may enter. They have this thing called a pocket. Do you think Zygarde is like Rayquaza for Kalos? The thing is, in game-wise, you never get much of an explanation of Zygarde in Gen 6. It's just in a cave. In Gen 7, it has more prevalence in Ultras and Ultra Moon because Sycamore's assistants are there. Pardon me, and are like, hey, collect these Zygarde cells, and then you get the 10% form, 50% form, 100% form, and a bunch of cells. Because Zygarde is meant to be existing for a purpose. I forget the purpose, but it exists for a reason. So, for whatever reason, if you're playing Pokemon Y, literal Pokemon of Death, Zygarde doesn't need to worry about that. I know it has more prevalence in the anime, but that's because the anime was able to utilize it more. Let's just get straight to it. If you wish to join the Galaxy Expedition team, prove yourself capable by going out into the Obsidian Fieldlands and catching 3 different species of Pokemon: Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. A core part of any Sinnoh Trainers team. At least until you start getting some of the better Pokemon. Well, actually, that's a lie, but still. Catching 3 Pokemon from the start? No one Galaxy team has ever managed that. Pokemon of Death, Life, and Balance. The balance of it all would make sense, yeah. Because, yeah, Xerneas is about life, Yveltal is about death, which is why it's weird how, what's his name? The evil guy. It's like, his plan works better in Y than it does in X, in a way. Because it's like, I'm going to bring about death and then true beauty can exist. It's like, oh, fair enough. Instead of, I'm going to use life. Akari is shocked. Did this stranger not catch 3 different Pokemon only yesterday? My trial should be simple enough for him. If the professor wasn't exaggerating things, that is. Lysandra. That's it. To be fair, it has been years since I've played Gen 6, and the cartridge I have is corrupted. Like, you cannot save. So, I'm forgetting things about Gen 6 with each passing day, to be fair. The Galaxy team does not have the means to provide for those who only take without giving. You can't just be having to report to a job centre for years because no one thinks you're hireable. Okay, that's oddly specific, Chris, and you might want to calm down there. If you wish to stay, you must prove beyond any doubt that you'll be an asset to our cause. Oh, so there's just an abo in the corner. It knows what it's done. I will lend you one of our Survey Corp satchels to carry whatever you may need in the field. But I have this things called pockets. Burn the pockets! These so-called pockets. No, we use this thing called a fanny pack. I'm joking, obviously, but still. Well, to an extent, because the word fanny in some cultures means words we probably shouldn't say. The satchel doesn't exactly match your mode of dress. Well, of course it doesn't. Akari, I'll expect you to step in if anything goes awry. Mission! The Galaxy Team's entry trial, and we can activate the guide. Press the Y button while consulting the map on our ARC phone, and we can check the tasks we have awaiting. There are two types, missions and requests. Missions are our main story shenanigans and the mission critical path, while requests are your side missions, things that you don't have to do. But you're going to do a good chunk of them anyway by default. Definitely tune in for Pokemon streams and probably Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft will be the odd every so often. When I just feel like I just want to relax, don't want to press on with games, maybe too much Cold Steel shenanigans and Weathery when they changed the name to it being Weathery or something. But Chris, come with me a moment. The fence is looking to take me up behind a building and do naughty things. No, bad Chris. Bad. Now then, a jolly good morning to everyone. Yeah, jolly good morning to you too, LaFenton. It is actually, yeah, it's morning. Is it actually starting to come day yet? No, actually, yeah. Breaking of dawn is occurring. Is something the matter, Professor LaFenton? In order to complete our Pokédex and, well, simply survive in this unforgiving land, Chris must absolutely pass this trial. What's your favourite Pokemon? I feel like we've had this question before. Torterra. That's just my default answer now. Just Torterra. Shame we can't get Torterra as a starter, but Tartaric as a starter, but regardless, Chris absolutely must pass this trial. And as a professor of Pokemon, I've got just the ticket to help accomplish that. Ta-da! It's the Pokemon we've already caught! Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott. Grass, fire, and water respectively. Go on, Chris. Pick the Pokemon that strikes your fancy. With a partner of your own, you'll be able to fight off wild Pokemon outside the village. Torterra's cool. Indeed it is. These little darlings are very dear to me, but it's plain to see they're rather curious about you. As you gotta be careful with a Cyndaquil in a building, you never know how badly these bits of wood may burn. Well, my boy, which Pokemon would you like to keep as your very own? And here we get to select from Johto Cyndaquil, from Alola Rowlet, and from Unova. What the hell's a Unova? Oshawott. Now, things to know ahead of time. These things actually get new versions of their final evolutions. So instead of what they were before, they're now different. Typhlosion, I think some was pretty cool. Yeah, some. Yeah, fair enough. Hisuian Typhlosion gains the Ghost typing. Hisuian Decidueye loses the Ghost typing for a fighting typing. And Hisuian Samurott gets Dark. Alongside the Water, Fire, and Grass that these Pokemon normally have. So that actually is kind of neat. I hope whichever Pokemon they choose for the Kalos starters get new forms. Oh, and loses Steel. Oh, wait, really? Somewhat part Steel? This is proof I don't know my Gen 5. Like, I've been repeatedly saying on stream, I don't know Gen 5. I'm actually going to the Black and White Pokédex now. Because it should be, like, immediately on the thing, right? Because... Oh, but then they, like, introduced, like, all the Pokemon... Yeah, they did. They introduced, like, a ton of Pokemon back in... White 2 when they... Oh, wait. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't have still. It's pure water. Somewhat's pure water. I just checked Celebi. Never mind, I'm just dumb. You know, you might have also been thinking of Empoleon, which is part still. Maybe it is just a mastery as per usual. Anyway, I don't know which one to pick. Right, okay, hang on. Let's see. We had Pikachu and Let's Go because we had to default to Pikachu because how that game works. In Pokemon Sword, we picked Grookey. And in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, we picked Turtwig. Let's just say this fact, I've been picking the grass types quite a bit. So with that in mind, obviously I should be picking... No. It looks still, at least. That belief lived in my head until now. Yeah, fair enough. I can understand... I can understand the mistake being made. Ooh, let's go with Oshawott. Let's go water. Plish Splash. Do you want Oshawott as your first partner? Yes. Just walks up to us. Yeah, pardon me. You know, maybe it's a good thing I'm choosing to play this instead of, say, a Johto game where we'll be having to have a water type that can learn 3 different water HMs. My annoyances with Crystal aside, of course, and with that, one of the Pokemon you caught at Prelude Beach will now be yours to keep. Good show. I've tucked Oshawott back inside its Pokeball for you, so take it. It's yours. Yeah. I've got an itch on my nose. We did it! We received an Oshawott! Yahoo! A word of advice, my boy. Pay close attention to which Pokeballs are empty, and which ones contain a Pokemon when you're out in the field. Violet and Cyndaquil noises. They look as if they're cheering on their friend Oshawott. I shall accept my dumbness as it happens once every stream I enter. Oh, right. Well, yeah. At least that means you're being consistent. Or perhaps they're jealous that it gets to help you with your trial. Cyndaquil buns down the building out of jealousy. No, that could well be. They did go dashing from the village from Chris fell out the sky after all. Well, not to worry you two. I'll have you assist me with my research for now. How to commit this thing called I'm calling arson. You take a fire type and you burn a building down. I'm talking about burning buildings down a lot. Maybe I should make sure I'm nowhere near any burning buildings in the local area for a while. By the by, what species is Captain Silent charged you with catching? Well, that's smashing. Okay, we explain what we've got. All 3 of those species can be found in the Obsidian Fieldlands. Let me give you some Pokeballs to use during your trial. You should get the Dark quest and catch it before you beat the game. Well, because of the way Pokemon Legends Arceus works, the plan is probably to catch the majority of Pokemon. These Pokeballs may be handcrafted, but they work as a treat, as you've already seen. They work a treat, not as a treat. Damn dyslexia. You'll have this trial cleared in no time. I guess you're finally ready. You'll have to leave the village for your trial, turn left after you exit headquarters, then head for the gate. Fair enough. You know what? That's actually one thing that's quite weird. The word dyslexia. It is a horrible word to spell. Dark Rain Shaman don't matter for Arceus. Okay. Fair enough. Well, we'll probably still end up getting a few of the more mythical and legendary stuff. Just sounds about right. Pictures! Including just a Murkrow. I mean, whoever caught the Murkrow to do that, fair enough. And people with their partner Pokemon, yeah! It's lovely stuff. Anyways. Hikari here is talking to a fella. Oh, what a curious get-up you have there. I can already tell you're quite the character. I'm Folo of the Ginkgo Guild, the go-to choice for any of your mercantile needs here in Hisui. I've heard talk about you. Fell from the sky, didn't you? Now that's certainly a tale I like to hear. Oh, and you have a Pokemon. You're certainly full of interesting surprises. Investigating the odd and novel is key to any good merchant success. So, what do you say? How about you and I see how our Pokemon stand up to one another in battle? No, sounds good. I like you better and better with a delight. What a delightful find. Would you ever dare to Nuzlocke this? No. I've also heard about this story. Nuzlocks. Part of me wants to do a Nuzlocke on the channel at least once to see how well I do. Because there's this cool app that I saw my brother use for a Nuzlocke of his own that he tried to do himself, and it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. I've tested it out with Crystal on my DS, and yeah, no, it works as an app. I don't know if I'll ever do a Nuzlocke. Not especially not with this. I don't think that'd be a sensible plan. I don't even know what would count as a route for the first catch. Let's have a quick battle to get your blood pumping before you head out. Though I hope you know you'll lose if your Pokemon HP reaches 0. Yes, Game Freak, I've played your games before. Can I throw on what to catch? Well, to be fair, we're gonna have to catch a Bidoof, a Shinx, and a Starly. And Frodo here starts with it's a little Togepi. Oh, it's a little egg. We must murder this egg. Well, Chris, you really are exaggerating how much of a tough island this place is. Anyway. All we have is Tackle, but 64 health at level 5. Ooh. Game Freak, what are you doing with your stats decision making? But anyways, murdering the Togepi, yay! We murder an egg in our trying times. Or maybe Frodo was just trying to give it to us. Or maybe this was some kind of subliminal messaging. Damn you, Game Freak. Moves, items, use them well, and the world will open up to you. Level up, and a new move. We'll take a look at it later. It's always good fun to have your Pokemon do battle, don't you think? And as they gain experience through battle, they'll learn more moves, and grow even stronger. Pokemon moves. Pokemon sometimes learn moves when they level up. If you want to change the moves your Pokemon can use in battle, open your satchel, choose the Pokemon you want, and select the change moves option. Yay! Quality of life! Well, if there was a Pokemon I'd vote for, it'd be Drifblim. Oh, I'll go hunt down a Drifloon. And these are always fun too, though. Doesn't that require trading? But so few people have their own Pokemon, if only more knew how to use Pokeballs. At any rate, let me help you, our two battlers recover from their little exercise. Being a merchant, it makes sense that Furlow has potions. And to you, my Skyfallen friend, I present some potions in thanks. Yay! Medicine for my Pokemon. 5 of them, in fact, and they were still 60 health. Oh, what changed to make potions be so much more shittier in the future? You can use them on your Pokemon whenever they might be worn out from battle. I'll be hoping that you're successful on that trial of yours. More Galaxy members means more customers to yours truly, after all. In PLE, all trade evolutions don't need trading. Yippee! Yahoo! Yeah! Positive sounds. That's a good thing. I think the age of trade evolutions should just be over. Like, they don't need to exist as a thing, other than as a way to try and get people to have either friends or to buy another console and another copy of the game, depending on their amount of loneliness / unaware people are of Pokemon. That's really something. Not only can you catch Pokemon, you can lead them in battle. Now, to the Obsidian Fieldlands. When you're leaving Jubilife Village, make sure you choose a destination from your map and tell the guardsman where you're going. Which is better, Scyther or Cleaver? Keep in mind they have the same best stat total. Ooh. Oh, I'm lagging. My webcam's lagged a little bit there. Having not used Cleaver, I would go with Scyther by default. But But I do know it... Oh, have I used Cleaver before? I don't remember. Did we ever find... No, we couldn't have. We couldn't have found one in Skull and Violet. I'm trying to think, because I know you can get some of the Hisui Pokemon. Your trial begins just a short way past that front gate. So... Oh, we can press X. Caesar is superior to both. Yeah, that's the thing. Bug Walk doesn't do anything doesn't give Cleaver any positives really too much, because it's still going to die horribly to certain typings. But still, Bug is a good combination. Like, yeah, okay, it's weak to fire, but that's the counter to a steel bug. Fire. All bugs die to fire. It's the age-old thing. Anyway, we can switch over to Oshawott because we can do this. Yeah, pardon me. Look at it, it's an Oshawott and it's a happy Oshawott, yeah. Well, we'll put it back in there. But anyway, our satchel. It's a good time to go into here. Name it. Alright, yeah, hold on. Oshawott, this is 1'8", 13 pounds. ID number 2114. And, Aquajet first. That makes sense. This is a, well, normally it's a priority move, but it doesn't state that here. User lunges at the target to deal damage, moving at a speed that makes it almost invisible. This also raises the user's action speed. Oh yeah, the battling in this game's different. Need to remember that. Stats. Can't see whether it's gonna, oh, because it's quirky. Well, the more we learn. Now, aha! Change name! Now we can name it! Name. Just realised that otter and water rhymes. Water. I believe that's what Game 3 were probably intending back in whenever Gen 5 started. Water. Water. Yeah, you know what? That works actually. It's water the Oshawott. Also, sounds like I might be saying water like it's rotting, but that's just my pronunciation of stuff. Water. Right here with my Pokemon of water. Or something, I don't know. Anyways, to the Obsidian Fieldlands. You're Chris, correct? I was informed you'd be passing through. Your trial will take place outside the safety of the village. Please take care to come back alive. Welcome to the world map. A lot of things shrouded in clouds for the time being, because we have to play the game, which is good. It's a good thing to do. Actually, this is a good time where this is good. Oh, my connection died a little bit there. We dropped some frames. Actually, this is a good time to say the following. To anyone who's watching this, I would love if people did take a look at some of my other playthroughs. I understand if the games aren't as interesting in your eyes, but, you know, I think some of Dragon Age 2 was a fun time. Quite bloody, but a fun time to be had. This is our base camp, the last safe haven before you reach the wilds. We've got all the basics here. A tent, a banner, a fire, water, Samurwater. For your trial, you must catch 3 species of Pokemon, Bidoof, Starly, Shinx. Yep, we already knew that thanks to this game. Are you ready to get started? Oh, Professor, is something wrong? Well, you see, Karen Seiling got hold of me after you left. She impressed upon me that I bear full responsibility for whatever happens to our sudden guest. That's our unsparing captain, but what help exactly can you offer out here, Professor? I feel like I'm starting to hiss quite a bit with my things. Like. To be honest, my dear girl, I don't intend to lift a finger. You lazy git. Chris's talents aren't the real deal. He'll pass with flying colours. You'll see. So the responsibility for him still lies in fact with me then. Oh, don't worry, Akari. Well, I'm sure Chris will be fine. Let's begin the trial. At least I get to work with someone cuter than the Fenton. Welcome to Pokemon Legands Arceus, but I won't end up accidentally romancing men all the time. This is Aspiration Hill. The species of Pokemon you're meant to catch all live here. Obsidian Fieldlands. It's Fieldlands. It's a field. That's full of obsidian. It may or may not also be a land. Also, Bidoof! Look at it. It's Bidoofing around. The key is to aim carefully. Not that you seem to need my advice. I'm just sharing what I know. Focusing in the field. We can hold down the CL button to focus on a wild Pokemon. Pick now. Which will you keep? Starly, Shinx, or Bidoof? Well, if I had to only keep one, Starly. I like Staraptor. End of story. Bidoof has a mellow disposition. That means it tends not to run from people, so this will be easy. But to be fair, all three of them are good Pokemon in my opinion, because Bidoof works well as a HM slave if at most. Everybody uses a bloody Luxray in Gen 4. And same with Staraptor. And it makes sense. It does make sense. The Gen 4 Dex is probably not that good overall wise. You caught a Bidoof. Well done. Time to find your next Pokemon. I just know for a fact that there are better water types than Bibarel. Ooh, plant. Nope, we can't start running off. Are you sure you know where you're going? No. Remember, I'm the new guy, I wouldn't do. I mean, they're cool and early to a lot of people, yeah. Here's the thing, is every generation you're going to get the people that will hold the biggest nostalgia aspect to a generation of Pokemon. Meaning that the Pokemon of the game that they played first as a child is going to hold more meaning. Hell, mine's favourite is Torterra. I like a good chunk of the Sinnoh Pokemon because Pal was my first game when it came to Pokemon. There's a Starly. They're skittish little things. They'll run if startled. Oh, fair enough. They're scared cats. Starly. But you should be able to get close to them if you crouch. You'll be harder to spot. Stealth mechanics in me Pokemon. Press the B button to crouch and make it harder for wild Pokemon to notice you. Press the same button again to eyes. Torterra should be on your team. Yo, definitely. If you creep into the tall grass while crouched low, you'll be even harder for wild Pokemon to detect. Maybe I won't make the mistake of trying to fight someone of a Cynthia level caliber. Oh yeah, crouch is B. With 2 ground types. Actually, no, ground is actually a good typing. It's just they're in second area. Right, fair enough. The Starlies ran away. Yeah. Doodle-doo. That Starly caught as well. Only one more Pokemon to go. Man, this is easy. Why does everyone have so many issues? Then again, I'm some kind of future man. Man that got forced here. We should get a diversely typed team. Oh yeah, obviously. It's Pokemon at the end of the day. Probably shouldn't diverge too far away from the core ideals of what you do with a team. I forgot. There's something I ought to teach you since you're still new to this. Okay, Chris, you could have read that sentence a bit better. Here's the proper way to throw your partner's Pokeball. As Captain Silene tells us, have an item at the ready but want to send out a Pokemon? Press X. Have a Pokemon at the ready but want to throw an item? Press X. If you want to use a social media app that I don't recommend, use X. And for every normal person, use Blue Sky. The Captain's a real expert on these things. Try throwing your Pokemon's ball at rocks, or trees like this one, to have it investigate. If a Pokemon finds any berries or other items, it'll bring them to you. Didn't you do this in front of the camp? Yep. Because the game's tutorializing. Now's it's your time for your partners to shine. We've reached the final hurdle, catching a Shinx. Which also has an X on it. But yeah, I guess this is the perfect time for them to tell you this mechanic so you can do this. Get some Oran berries. Oran berries. Berries. They're berries. Stop with the fucking berry thing. Barry isn't even in this game. Or maybe he is. Or maybe a past version of him is. There. That's Shinx. Look at it. It's so cute. Shinx has an aggressive disposition. Could you already tell that? More or less. If it has phoned a fang at this point already, I'm going to slap you. I thought you might. I can never tell until I focus on a Pokemon carefully. Once aggressive Pokemon get irate, they'll knock aside any ball you throw at them. Oh, when you use the said elbow to focus on a Pokemon, you can see how easy it may be to catch, as evidenced by this Bidoof. The more arrows you see pointing up above a Pokemon, the easier it will be to catch. An X icon will appear above a Pokemon if it has picked a fight with you. Be warned, Pokemon displaying this icon cannot be caught unless you engage them in battle. 2 out of 3 of my Pokemon are weak to electric. Yeah. Don't worry though, I'll teach you the trick to catching aggressive Pokemon. You've got to battle them. Pardon me. Once they've absorbed with battling, you can throw a Pokeball at them to try to catch them. By now you've got several Pokemon of your own, don't you? Take one of their Pokeballs, throw it near a wild Pokemon you want to battle. Pardon me again. I've got no doubts you'll hold your own in battle. Well, I mean, you did watch me beat Philo up. It's easy to start a battle against a wild Pokemon. Simply fire a Pokeball that contains one of your own Pokemon at it. We're being told how to play Pokemon by Pokemon. Yay! I'm just gonna not read the rest of that because that's common knowledge at this point. So that Chinx has seen us. I'm gonna start with Bidoof. Just out of I don't want to. Oh, it's only level 2 actually, and it already has Quick Attack. Right, let us throw our Pokeball. Oh, we don't actually have as many as we did when the Ventum wanted us to catch Spartans. Oh well. I guess they don't want us to have too many. No! It escaped from the ball. It's looking around. It wasted its time. Actually, there we go. That's the action order. So, yeah, the way combat works, it's not turn-based. Wait, we have only rollout? Oh, God. Bidoof is fixated on using rollout. Chinx is just looking around. Based on the amount of damage we did, I'm going to have to throw a ball now instead. Because rollout does more damage each time you use it, unless they've changed it. Legends Arceus may have changed it for all I know. There we go. Just had to hit it with a rock. What is this? Is this a Safari Zone? You approach those Pokemon with a hint of fear and caught each one. You're like a gift the sky dropped to us. With you at our side, I think the Survey Corps has a real chance of compiling a complete Pokedex as we've been ordered. This is wonderful! I'm still curious why on earth you came falling from the sky like you did, but for now, let's tell the professor we're ready to head back. I seem to have misplaced my flying dragon, obviously. That'd probably be a bigger better thing to say than, oh, I travelled in time. Although I'm sure even our character here doesn't even know what happened fully. Oh ho! I said you passed the trial with flying colours, and it seems you went and did just that. Congratulations! You've taken your first step towards seeking out every Pokemon. This calls for a commemorative photograph. We smile for the camera. With skills like yours, I suppose this was a foregone conclusion. Now then, we best report to Captain Silene. Time to head back to Jubilife Village, eh? Indeed we shall. Indeed we shall. Oh yeah, this camp was open last time when I was doing Dragon Age. Oops. Well, it should be fine to drink. It should be fine to drink still. In time, you'll be able to send Pokemon you've caught to live in the village pastures. You can bring up to 6 Pokemon with you into the field. In theory. Though we've never had anyone skilled enough to do so. Someone using a full team of 6? Oh, that's blasphemous. Come now, you two. Let's not dilly-dally. Captain Silene awaits our report at headquarters. I bet Captain Silene will be very pleased. Ah, perfect. Someone to shove all the work onto. Maybe that will be her approach. Because clearly we're good at our job. Actually, now that we've got all these Pokemon, we can do this. Behold! Our team! Look at them all. You know, being able to see higher quality models of some of the Sinnoh Pokemon is nice. It just is. Like, don't get me wrong, I think Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, they're not bad games. But clearly people were expecting more. I think that's just the common ground we'll have to go with. Captain, I've done it! I've caught several Pokemon. Yeah, it seems we won't have to leave you to die after all. Oh, they were going to kill me. They were going to burn the witch, as it was. Insert the Radiohead song. Congratulations! You passed your trial. You can hold on to that satchel. Yay! Name the Pokemon you know for sure staying on your team. Oh, right, fair enough. I must admit, you've impressed me. I set a high hurdle to judge whether a stranger like yourself could be worthy, but you cleared it. This is yours, the official uniform of the Survey Corps. You've received a Survey Corps uniform, and a pair of Survey Corps sandals. Ah, screw this shit I've got on at the moment, as I kick my slippers away. Get changed in the room you used last night. Then you're to report at once to the 3rd floor. Present yourself in the uniform to our commander. This is your first official order from your captain. Ah, meeting the higher-ups. Well, off we... Is my game meant to be lagging on OBS? Like seriously, I'm seeing it on OBS, it's like... It's all jumpy, like, what the fuck? Yeah, that is... Do you think any of your Pokemon will stay till endgame? Yes, it's laggy. I don't know what to do about the lag then. I don't know why. Well, I think... Well, obviously the start is probably going to be. But yeah, I don't know why it's laggy. Because it's not even like... Because OBS's connection's not even bad at the moment. Like... Well, let's head on in. Bear with me. I'm going to... No, I don't want to disconnect myself from the internet again. Bear with me quickly. I might just... Where's the old Garo source? Does that change things? Okay, seems to be fine. I don't think that actually did anything. I just hit it. No, it's not fine. Oh, God. Well, anyway. Do you want to change your outfit? Yes. Time to put on our uniform. What's this? School? It fixed. Oh, is it? Oh, possibly. No, never mind. Yeah, no, I don't think it's worked. Ta-da! Ah, colour contacts. Now we can have green eyes. Or be naughted. Yay! Green. We'll go green. Can't change the hair colour, but oh well. You changed into your Survey Corps uniform. Yeah! Yeah, no, that's not fixed. I don't want to remove the source completely, because that will, Hold on. I don't know if that will do it, but I deactivated it that time. I don't think that helped it, did it? No, it didn't. Well, I mean... Right, that's a reconnection there. I can see the lag still occurring. Like, I can see just on, like, the button there. Oh, dropped frames. Yeah, now it's looking consistent with what's happening on OBS. Oh, that was a... I made a bad decision. Please have a good connection this time. Looks like we're connected now. And then YouTube puts up an error of YouTube's not responding. No! Is it working? I'm now getting an error with YouTube. I think I've got it working on my end, but apparently YouTube's not getting enough video, is not receiving enough to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Right, we'll just go with it for the moment because I am in the middle of a cutscene. But ugh. It's almost as if the captain had it tailored just for you. Ah, well, that's good news then. I see you've changed. Regarding your accommodations, you may continue to use the room you slept in last night. Oh, right, my radiator's actually on. That's good news. You may wear this as well. we receive a hat. Because, well, I have a hat. Let me just... We are now hatted. Yeah. Good. I think I might have screwed up the chat bit though, because that's not popping up. Maybe I'll just move YouTube chat bit a little bit, possibly. I don't know. Anyway, well, hopefully it's working. Now present yourself to the commander. Alright, time to report to Commander Kamado in his office on the 3rd floor. Lots of stairs. Again, the cylindrical could probably burn these to the ground, which is probably not a good thing. I need to stop thinking of arson. We can tell where Professor Warren got his excellent genes from. I have been waiting for you. And my nose. I am Kamado, commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. So, you are Chris? Yes, sir. Okay, because I've got my heating on, I'm going to take the hat off, because I don't want to overheat myself. That would be a terrible thing to do. I've been briefed on your situation, including how you fell from the rift in the sky. Are we going to confirm Drifloon onto our team when we get a chance? Like, certified to stay? Can do. Oh, we dropped some frames again, I see. Oh, it's lagging again on OBS. God damn it. Now then, let's see what you're made of. Face me in combat. Okay, let's charge at him then. Yeah! Hiya! My everything. You've got figure. I'll give you that. You need to work on your sumo technique, but I do see some potential. Kamado here is a Yokozuna. Sorry, just Drifloon is his favourite Pokemon. Don't know why, but I love it. I mean, yeah. It's a ghost balloon Pokemon. It's special in Gen 4 because in order to get one, you need to catch a Drifloon on a Friday. Don't expect a warm welcome from everyone. Naturally, some will be slow to trust an outsider, i.e. Benny, who literally fell right out of the blue. The superstitious among us might see your arrival as a portent of disaster. No, not disaster. But you passed the trial that was put to you. No matter how old you may seem, you're part of Jubilife Village now. Yay! Dedicate yourself to the work of the Galaxy Expedition Team and complete the Pokédex. But I warn you, Chris. Pokemon are terrifying creatures. Keep your wits about you as you work. Indeed we shall. Mission complete. The Galaxy Team's entry trial. Yeah, that is still, it's still fucking up. I don't know, that's been hours. I'm probably gonna have to... okay, I'm thinking the stream might end soon, just out of that. But no cutscenes, we go for cutscenes still. So the commander has also accepted you. Man, I'm just so likeable. But I understand this, you begin as a no-star recruit among our ranks. In other words, you have no rank at all. No! I am literally no one. Perform well as a member of the Survey Corps, and you will move up through the ranks. Indeed, you see, the more you add to the Pokédex, the higher your rank will be. And working on the Pokédex will also, of course, bring you closer towards that goal of yours. To seek out every last Pokemon. If you end it, can you try starting a new stream? Maybe it'll help. Possibly. To seek out every last Pokemon. Here, you will need this. You obtain a recipe for crafting Pokeballs. 1 Apricot, 1 Tumblestone. Lovely. And 3,000 Pokédollars as well. You'll have to buy the necessary materials. No, I have to shop for my materials. Or maybe we can find them out in the field. But anyway, Akari, you're an expert at crafting yourself. Teach our new recruit what he needs to know. Of course, Captain Silene. Now, as the experienced craft person here, let me explain a bit to start with. Crafting means making items with your own two hands. No, I thought I'd just magically go abracadabra and a thing appears. You can buy some items at the general store, but self-sufficiency is worth striving for. You can even make our most valuable tools, Pokeballs. Think where we'd be if we couldn't do that. Let's head to the Craftworks. Alright, and the basics of crafting. Yeah. Okay, so this part, I'm gonna end this stream and hope that starting a new one fixes the issues. Because, I mean, actually, yeah, no, the issues are coming and going right at this moment. So yeah, I'm gonna end this stream and we'll start a new one. So for this part, it's over. For the next part though, we'll be back in a minute.